Yeah, hi YouTube. Howard here. I just figured out a successful hack. At least it was successful for me for fixing a Crown Victoria slow or inoperating door lock plunger. This thing here. Mine's the driver's door here on my 2004 Crown Victoria. Just turned 100,000 miles, so I thought I'd fix a few things on it for its anniversary. And one of the things that's been bothering me is this door lock plunger. Excuse the crummy video. I'm too lazy to do any editing, so I'm trying to just shoot this. You'll notice it's working fine. Well, it has not been working fine for weeks. It's winter time here in Buffalo, and that may have contributed to it, but I watched YouTube. These things get stiff, and you can buy replacements. You can buy them for 50 or 60 bucks for the solenoid, or you could buy cheap ones for like $17 on Amazon, which is what I was going to do. And then I was wondering, what can you do to fix these? So I watched some YouTube videos, and some guys opened them up and re-greased them and got more life into them, which kind of appealed to me, just because I like to try to beat the system. So anyway, I was going to take this door apart 15 minutes ago and see what was up and maybe bust the shell open and grease it. But I tried something that occurred to me. I figured I had nothing to lose. And what you do is, and you could try this and see if it works. Well, I'm holding the phone, but okay, it was real slow, right? When I would use the remote or use the button. So what I did is, I guess you could start either way, down or up. This is assuming it's working at all. Mine was working. I had to start using the key in the door because half the time it wouldn't unlock, or you know how this worked. So I would put some downward pressure on it. I think I started with it up, and I held onto it to see how much force it would pull. And the first time it felt really weak. So then what I did is I gave it resistance. Like I held it up while I pressed the door button to lower it. And I didn't overdo it, but I gave it, I let it stress itself, significantly, a little bit of resistance, let it go down. And then I gave it resistance going up. Like I would hold it down, hold the button, and I did that back and forth a few times where I'd give it just a certain amount of resistance, and voila, it started working perfectly after that. Or seems perfect so far. Whether I use the remote key fob or the button on the door. Now, what I think may have happened is, according to the other YouTube videos I saw, where these motors could be freed up by lubricating them. And also my experience, like with my Corvette headlamps that have a worm gear, kind of a similar situation, a motor and a worm gear. Sometimes the factory grease turns to, it gets real thick. It turns almost like wax, and like a candle. It just gets real thick, gets in its own way. I'm not sure if that's what's going on. It might be, because I didn't open one up. But I'm thinking by giving it resistance in the way it's not used to getting it, that it loosened up the lubricant, or maybe moved the lubricant around. It did something, because it not only does it work every time, but it works robustly, where before it was sluggish. I even oiled inside the door last week for rust proofing purposes, and made sure I got a lot of oil down this rod, thinking maybe it's passing through some linkages that are binding it up just a little bit. Maybe I could free it up just enough where it'll start working again, have enough juice to do that, and it really did not, So anyway, this is my hack. Give it a little reverse resistance. Hold it up, push the button to try. So you have to play tug of war with it. And then when it's down, push down with your finger, and don't go crazy. You don't want to break it or burn it out, but you know, more resistance than it's used to getting. And try that a few times and report back and let me know if it happened to work for you. If it doesn't work, then, you know, then you got to open the door and replace it. And there's plenty of videos on how to do that. Take care. Let me know how it goes. Out.